If you're tired of losing money at sports betting and always feel like the sports books have the upper hand, we are not alone. But really, what if I told you that it's not about the luck, it's more about the strategy. And if you're not using the right tools, the right data, then you're really putting yourself into the position that they want you to be in, which is losing. We can turn that around. Let's take a look at the tools that's going to change that for you right now. All right, in this video, I'm really going to talk about the mistakes that sports bettors make, but more importantly, show you the tools, show you the strategies that we're going to flip the script on the sports books so you're in a position to actually get the positive expected value edges and a profitable system of strategy, again, versus just guessing. Let's take a look. So in this review of OddsJam.com, basically going to explain to you how and why the tools work, why the math works, how the positive expected value bets come about, how the arbitrage bets come about, and you can see if the tools make sense for you to use. Now, certainly sharp bettors across the world are using OddsJam as a tool, as a main tool that helps them expedite their betting profits very, very quickly. So again, if it's something you want to incorporate into your betting and it makes sense financially, I think it's a no-brainer because you kind of have to have the tools in order to find the positive EV bets and use all that data that is provided. I think you're going to be amazed at the amount of information that is provided, and let's take a look at all those so you can decide. All right, let's jump right in. Here we are at the OddsJam homepage. And the homepage on the left-hand side, you're going to see a lot of different tabs you can tap into, a lot of different information. Certainly the first thing we're going to talk to you about is converting any promos and converting any bets that you can use for new signups at the different sports books. And so this is something that here in Colorado, they can show you the different opportunities that are available in your state. But they have a lot of good data and good resources here to help you understand all the different concepts of the positive expected value betting. Now, certainly when you pop over to the positive EV page, which is next, you're going to spend a lot of time here developing a plan of how you attack these sports books with the percent edge, the EV edge. And what OddsJam has done is basically help you identify these bets to see them very, very quickly in the market with the pricing. And the pricing is such that, if you can get minus 105 at Bet365, why would you go over to ESPN and spend minus 140? Why would you go to any other sports book and spend more if this is the best price? Now, another really cool thing is they've added a lot of different charts and graphs to help you see the direction of the market. When you pull this up, you can see the pricing and how it's developed. You can add the different sports books here. You can see here that, Bet365 has been pretty flat, obviously, across the board this early in the morning. But we've had some price change kind of going down this direction here with Pinnacle, and see how the prices sort of dropped from the original minus 115 range down to about 10, 12 cents to the minus 126. And of course, Bookmaker, same thing. You can add other sports books here and certainly use a lot of different tips and methods to see the pricing and how it's adjusted throughout the different market timing of the day. And you can also identify that maybe there's an injury, maybe there's some weather, maybe the reason why this pricing is adjusted. So here we go. We're at the OddsJam homepage. On the left-hand side, you can see the promo finder and the promo converter. For the new people getting started, you're going to have a lot of opportunity to get educated on how you convert these promos and how you can convert this essentially free money into, adding additional money to your bankroll. So these tips and methods and tricks are here for you with the promo finder and the promo converter, showing you how to execute and deploy those savings onto yourself. I'm into the positive EV page next. The positive expected value page is right here. And what it does on the left-hand side, show you the market edge, the expected value or the expected edge in comparison with the sharps, the odds making sports books like Pinnacle, like Bookmaker. You can see here, we can go get this bet at Bet365 at minus 105 and be happy that we did it because the fair odds of probability is showing good data that we are getting this below the market, price of what it should be. So this is a good value. It's what you're doing here is buying low, selling high. You can see a list of other bets that you can take advantage of over at Bet Rivers. They've got the Marlins over 3.5 and a team total. And again, you can open up the data and see just how that all shakes out and compare it with what other sports books have going on in pricing. You can see the prices and the odds change very, very quickly. And you want to be able to take advantage of these as you are trying to move on, getting the bet in, getting the bet placed. And so certainly having this at your fingertips is going to show you market direction. You can see, how the prices have changed, why they've changed over at Bet Online. Wow, they're at minus 130. Good value here at plus 102. And so these charts and graphs are really going to help you with that market direction. Now, also inside of the positive expected value tool, you can put filters on this. You can actually add filters to different markets, different bet types. You can set different parameters on your odds. And this is a filter that I have set up. I have a couple different filters in here, and it's a nice nice customized method to incorporate your personal betting plan, of which we help develop when we go through our coaching and our instructions, help you with the design of how to set all this up so you can get the tools up and running immediately. Now, the next tool that I think is outstanding at OddsJam is the odds screen that they provide here. This is an MLB set of data that's pulled up for today's games. And really what it does is you can actually put in the different markets that you want to hit specifically. So I do a lot of first inning, a lot of first to five, first half money line, a lot of specific alternative markets or derivatives of the totals in the main line. So this is a snapshot of what you can look at here. He shows you the best odds, the average odds, and then what you can do too is also see Pinnacle here has their limit. So right now there's a $10,000 limit going on with the money line bet, and then they have different on the totals. But I like to pull up different information to help me identify where I can find value with the color codings as well, because on this the red and the green will show up to show you pricing adjustments and pricing changes. Another thing you can do is actually pull this over and pull up the markets to see what has transpired over the course of the last couple minutes of timing. Actually, we'll pull up a different one. Let's pull up one here at Pinnacle and see what the tracking on this Marlins-Dodgers game has done in the first inning total. So you can see it started off here at -121. Now it's down 5 cents to -126. So this kind of market movement is really, really critical to understand the direction, especially with a market-making sports book like Pinnacle. And it is all right here. So you can see quickly, hey, I have a pricing opportunity maybe at Novig. Novig's a betting exchange. It's with 42 states around the country. Got links down below for that if you want to get signed up and join Novig. You can put in all the different sports books that you want and edit this through the different searches and different filters. And it's something that you can add close to, I think, 200 sports books if you wanted to. But there is so many options, so many choices where you're able to pull off and see here is a perfect example. It turned red. It's at -150. It was -140 a bit ago. See there, it's moved 10 cents. So something's going on, obviously, in this under with the Cleveland Guardians and the Minnesota Twins in this first innings total. So you can sit here and just pick off plays by seeing the market direction and getting the best price at the sports books. So right now, you can see this -141 at Bet Rivers is showing best price, as well as that -133 over at Pinnacle, which you couldn't get unless you're in another country besides the United States. But this odd screen is amazing. And again, you can pull down the different sports, the different leagues, different conferences, and choose what markets you want to look at. And it's amazing the amount of data that this provides, in addition to the direction to help you pick off prices. This is clutch. This is huge. It's the best in the business. Now, another thing you can do here is go down to the sports area. You can do the pull down and see the different sports available. We're going to go into baseball and MLB, but you can actually pull up an individual game. So let's say we want to go to the Marlins-Dodgers game and just pull up the data. You can click on the game. It's going to open up the different markets, the money line, run line, totals, all the different markets that you can bet on in this game. So it's just an amazing amount of information that you can pull up and get the pricing of all these different player props, all these different alternative markets. It's an insane amount of information that you can pull up. Now, the really cool thing is you can see the pricing again and the opportunities that the different markets do provide and do have. If you click on these, we're going to scroll down. If you click on these, we're going to check out the market direction, and you can see the pricing of how things are moving in each one of those, which again is an indicator to help you understand, hey, is the pricing getting worse? Is the pricing getting better? Do I want to make a decision on this, or should we skip it and move on to the next one? So this is a great tool to use to really expedite how you research and how you find positive expected value bets. Now, don't forget, positive expected value is basically buying low, selling high. And the key here, the key to positive EV betting, is to make sure that you're paying less before you, put that bet in. Again, why would you go to FanDuel and spend -174 on this Cubs moneyline bet when you can go to SportTrade? SportTrade's here in Colorado. It's a betting exchange. You're going to have the links down below if you want that. But you're paying -156. So again, I guess I put it in terms of money. Would you rather give me $156 or $174 to place this bet that's going to net you $100? And when you put it in those terms, you realize, wow, that's that's $18 difference on that single bet, that one bet. Doesn't make sense to do, but we can check the pricing again, check the direction, and you can use each one of the books to see what they're doing, maybe why they've moved. But the whole key here is to identify,
what Pinnacle's doing, what Circa's doing, what Bet Online's doing, what Bookmaker's doing, and compare that with the public books, and take advantage of that. So right now it's pretty flat, kind of early in the morning. So, again, this is just a tool to help you decide what direction you want to go in all the different markets, all the different games. Hopefully this has been a good example to show you that you can pull up very specific markets, very specific information using this tool at OddsJam to check out the prices and all the different markets. And so certainly it's going to make it really easy to find and locate these things using the tools as part of your profit plan.
So there you have it, guys. There's oddsjam.com and all the tools, all the resources. If you want to take advantage of that free trial, links down below to do that. Also, make sure you use promo code BOYD, B-O-Y-D. It's going to save you 35% off your first month. And as always, if you want to set up a one-on-one consultation that once you get signed up for OddsJam, you want to have a little one-on-one talk about how to use the tools specifically for your area, your location, happy to do it. That's what I do. I'm here to educate and here to help you learn how to become a profitable sports bettor. So again, if you got a lot of value out of this, make sure you join the channel. Make sure you sign up to get that free consult and take that sports betting quiz. The quiz is really cool because you can kind of identify where you're at in the process with an immediate result sent to you via email of your understanding and how your education can launch and go to a profitable point. So appreciate you stopping by. Let's go make some mathematical money.